Hello, my name is Hiro Yamamoto and I'm from Edge Analytical Laboratories, and today I'm going to make a little demonstration of how we obtain a VOC water sample. Now, first thing we're going to do is take a look in our cooler. This is what's in your typical sampling kit. Some gloves to protect yourself while you're taking your sample, and then our sample vials. There are 3 vials in here, and we're going to open this up and kind of take a look at what we have. One of these vials is what we call the field blank. It's already filled with water, and this goes along for the ride. We don't do anything with this. We just, it is to check for cross-contamination in case there are any detections. But what this is a good example of what a sample should look like. It's filled to the top, there are no air bubbles, and there's this little glass insert inside of here. This has the HCl preservative. Okay, and now we're going to look at our vials that we're going to sample with. There's 2 vials, so we're going to take a sample and a duplicate. Each one of these vials has a little bit of powder in the bottom. That's ascorbic acid. That's the dechlorinating agent for this. And then we have this smaller red cap vial. Inside this red cap vial is a little glass insert. So we will be taking the little glass insert and pouring this into our sample after we've taken it. So first off, we're going to get ready for taking the sample. So we're going to remove the red cap vial and get ready for this over here. I'm just going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to open up this vial here. We're going to be running some water out of the tap, and we'll fill this up. Once it's all filled up, we're going to seal it up and put it all back together again. All right, we're back here and ready to take our sample. Remember, we have our trip blank. That's just going to sit here and go along for the ride. So here I'm going to take our sample vial, and before we get going, we want to remove the aerator from our faucet. So I'm just going to take this off here. This creates bubbles and can really affect the sample, so we're going to take that off. Now what we want to do is get a nice stream of water. So we're going to turn on the water at a good flow. We want to run the water for about 3 minutes, and that way what we get is a nice equal temperature for our water. Once we get the nice water and a nice flow with a good temperature, then we're going to take our sample. So in order to expedite, I am going to actually take our sample at this point. So now we want to get our sample to a nice, steady stream about the size of a pencil. This faucet isn't really cooperating with me. Here we go, right about there. So I'm going to take my vial. Remember, we have some ascorbic acid in the bottom. We don't want to run this out. We want to run the water down the edge of the vial to kind of eliminate as much agitation as we can, and we're going to just fill it all the way up. We're going to fill it up till it has a little bit of a dome on top. So there we go, we have a little bit of dome. We're trying not to overfill this bottle, okay? We've taken our sample. I'm going to turn off the water. Here we go, we're going to set this down. It has a little dome. Now we're going to take this red cap vial and we're going to drop the little glass insert inside right into our sample. So here we go, we drop that down, in it goes, we cover this right back up. You see we still have that nice dome on top of our sample. I am going to just place my cap right on there. Give it a nice firm tightening. And then we're going to just take a look at our sample. We're going to tip it upside down, take a look at it. We don't want to have any bubbles in here. So if we see a big bubble in here, I would just come back here, turn on the faucet to a slight drip, and fill it back up and recap it. So right now, this is a good looking sample, so what we do is we just agitate it. This gets the acid and the ascorbic acid all mixed up, and there we have it. That's a VOC sample. What we want to do is continue this on with the next sample, and when we're all done, we're going to take these two vials, place them back in here with the trip blank, and this one would be filled. We're just skipping that to expedite things here. We can put all these little red caps back inside the vial. We want to have this package all buttoned up, so we take off the little plastic tab here. And if these things are more secure and nice and they're not moving around, it's less likely to break. Then we're going to open up our cooler, place our sample in the cooler, grab some ice, lots of ice, and that goes in our cooler. We're going to keep this sample cold until it gets delivered to the lab. All right, I hope that helps. Thank you.